Hello and welcome back to another MC Championship video. The date for the next Canon MCC event, which will be episode 21, was announced last week, so let's talk about it as well as everything we know so far about the upcoming event. But before we spoil the facts, a reminder that only a small percentage of the people who watch my videos are actually subscribed. Do me a favor and check if you're subscribed, especially if you're new around here, so that you don't miss the latest MCC news from me. So, on Thursday, 7th of April 2022, the official MC Championship Twitter account posted saying, "Anyone else think Thursday is just a really good day to announce things? Not sure though, that might be a bit too silly and goofy." A rather ambiguous tweet, however, it was evident that something big was about to be revealed, and this was of course the MCC 21 date. Surprisingly, however, the actual date announcement tweet wasn't posted exactly 1 hour after this initial tweet, as is usually the case. In fact, the date was announced almost 2 hours after this first tweet. Perhaps there's no reason for it, maybe because there's a new social media lady for the account they didn't announce on time. But at least we still get the date as promised. Here's the date announcement tweet itself on screen right now. It reads, "We'll be back in the decision dome on Saturday, 30th April. Teams will be announced next week." As usual, there are two parts to this tweet, the date and the rough time frame for team announcements. Firstly, the date. Although the tweet doesn't make clear the exact time and the time zone to go by, it remains the same, as a similar announcement in the official MCC Discord shows on screen right now. Here's what it says. "MCC 21 has been announced. Watch the contestants fight for Minecraft Glory on the 30th of April at 8 PM BST/3 PM EST. Now you should note that the day after MCC 20 was daylight saving hour in the UK. In other words, the clocks move forward exactly 1 hour across the country. Since the Noxcrew, the team behind MCC, are based in the UK, of course they will put the current UK time zone in the announcement. However, whereas with MCC 20, the UK time zone was Greenwich Mean Time, GMT. This time, for MCC 21, UK time zone is now British Summer Time, or BST. Now this may affect when MCC starts in your local area if you live elsewhere, so make sure to use a reliable time zone converter to find out when MCC 21 commences for you. For people living in the east of North America, it's definitely 3 PM Eastern Standard Time, or EST, as the Discord announcement also mentions. It's surprising that once again there's a 5-week gap between canon events, with MCC 20 on March 26th and MCC 21 on April 30th. That's exactly 5 weeks, but usually it's 4 weeks. The only other time there's been a 5-week gap in Season 2 was the gap between MCCs 15 and 16 on July 24th and August 28th, 2021 respectively. Of course, we were never told why an extra week was placed in, but thankfully at least nothing went wrong, and we should be fine with the Noxcrew taking as much time as they need to prepare each event. Just peculiar that it's happening for the second time this season, huh? Final thing to note about the date announcement is that the event date wasn't the only thing to have been hinted at. The Twitter post in particular also mentioned that teams will be announced next week, followed by a peace hand emoji in the exact same format as the MCC 20 date announcement tweet. So the team announcements will happen at some point during the week beginning Monday 11th April 2022, and it's most likely going to be the standard Thursday and Friday pair as we've seen in past events, so that's Thursday the 14th and Friday the 15th of April. However, this could change, as sometimes it's the less common but still possible weekend pair of Saturday the 16th and Sunday the 17th of April. It's almost guaranteed to be either or, and not the even less likely Monday-Tuesday pair, because that would come at the beginning of the week after next should it be the case, so Monday the 18th and Tuesday the 19th of April. But the tweet clearly states that this can't be an option. So that practically covers the date and some info about the teams. Now let's discuss everything we know so far about MCC 21. Well, for starters, it's of course going to be a regular canon event. I'm sure that's well established by now, but what I want to focus on now is the month of April. There's one major religious festival for this month that MCC has celebrated in the past, Easter. Since the festival of Easter has become more commercialized while still remaining an important religious celebration, it's no surprise that MCC 4 of April 18th, 2020 was Easter themed in many ways, and we could be seeing something similar for MCC 21 since it's also in April. MCC 4 special features included an Easter egg hunt similar to the Halloween hunt in MCCs 11 and 18, and the Christmas present hunt in MCCs 13 and 19, which involved players running around the hub at various points throughout the event searching for eggs that could then be used as extra votes in the decision dome. This would be really cool to see replicated in MCC 21. Perhaps the eggs could also have power-ups that are commonly found in the decision dome, such as the paint bucket or mega chicken. Speaking of chickens, MCC 4 temporarily replaced chickens for each vote with bunnies. There were also alterations to some of the games too. BuildMart saw some exclusive Easter themed builds, for example the Easter Bunny build. Aside from that game, there weren't too many changes to the event as a whole besides cosmetic additions like we normally see for such special events. But Dodgebolt was renamed in MCC 4 to Eggbolt, and as the name suggests, slingshots and eggs were used instead of the typical bows and arrows we see in regular events. Finally, coins were replaced by golden Easter eggs as the new scoring method for each game, although there was no difference in the way they were actually distributed in the event. All the mentioned changes will likely be reinstated this time for MCC 21, although there's a relatively large gap between Easter Sunday on April 17th and the event on April 30th, perhaps large enough for the Easter idea to be scrapped altogether, since the Easter celebrations would literally have been over by 2 weeks. Still a possibility nonetheless, and one that the majority of the community would love to see. I did a YouTube community post only yesterday, and almost 80% of voters agreed that MCC 21 would be based around Easter. There's one more thing that isn't confirmed yet, but that is almost guaranteed to be true, and that is that there will be no new games this MCC. I made this very accurate conclusion from the fact that there was never a new game in special themed events. So I'm looking at Easter themed episode 4, Halloween themed episodes 11 and 18, and festive themed episodes 13 and 19. Despite this, there will certainly be new maps for the existing games. I suspect a new battle box map, despite the fact that the pirate ship map from MCC 20 was skipped and is yet to be played. Therefore, there are 11 games from season 2 that could be played this time, though only 8 can be played in the actual event, of course. These are Ace Race, Battle Box, Build Mart, Hole in the Wall, Grid Runners, Parkour Tag, Rocket Speed Rush, Sands of Time, Sky Battle, Survival Games, and To Get You Other Side and Whack a Fan, or TGTTOSAWAF. As we've started to see in the past few events, starting from All Stars in November 2021, there will undoubtedly be a game that is temporarily removed from the roster to improve predictability, so players can better know what to expect while still having an element of uncertainty, because a 9th or 10th game will be in the roster but skipped. Once again, it's possible that 2 games are removed here. Last time in MCC 20, it was Hole in the Wall and Survival Games, so I don't think they will be removed for a second time in a row. If you've made it this far in the video, go ahead and let us know down below in the comments which games do you think will be removed or skipped for MCC 21. Guys, before we end, remember that if you love talking about MCC just as much as I do, then remember that you can join lots of free official social media platforms to do just that, to talk about our beloved Minecraft tournament and all it has to offer. Check the links in the description of this video to join the official Discord server and subreddit page to discuss with other members of this amazing community and post memes or statistics. There's lots you can do. Who knows, maybe you'll catch me chatting there, so if you're interested, make sure to check them out. Now, there's probably a couple other small hints we've been given about what to expect from MCC 21, but I've talked through the most important ones here. Good job to Noxcrew for developing another great event, and to Scott's Major for organising the teams, which should be dropping later this week as mentioned earlier. Well, I've been your host, I hope you found this video informative and enjoyable, and I'll catch you all in the next MCC video. See ya!